In this game, Sparklite, there is a collectible system called the beats. Beats are essentially little birds scattered around the world for you as the player to find and collect. As a new player, when you are first defeated by Boris, the tunneling titan, you are picked up by a floating airship, and this is your first time visiting the airship. When you are finished conversing with the medic person, you are then free to explore the airship. At this point, you probably do not have enough Sparklite to unlock the engineering bay or the witch's shop. So the only area other than the central medical bay area that you can walk to is Harmony's beat area. So first, she wants you to look for a beat that is really close by, in one of the bushes. After you uncover this first beat, she then tells you that beats are hiding because the burn is creating a lot of pollution, and the beats can't find enough air to sing. And if they can sing, they will eventually wither and die. So to protect them, Harmony wants you to find all of the beats. This is a clever introduction of a collectible system into the game. However, finding the beats can get a bit more frustrating later on in the game. So how do I find all of these beats in the game and listen to that final complete song or get that Steam achievement? Personally, I'm still trying to find all of the beats myself, but I can provide you with some insights and strategies that you can use to find all of the beats. First to mention is the new patch implemented recently. This patch had a bunch of changes to improve the game in multiple ways, but the one that I'm interested in for this video is the beats counter displayed in the map. Every time you are on the ground, the map will show you how many beats are available for you to find and how many you have found. If you have not tried to find these beats before, you probably think that with this map you can easily find all of the beats. However, that is not the case. The one mechanic in this game that not many people have recognized in the beginning of the game, at least not me, is that the map changes. And I do not mean simply a shuffle around of the map. Most of the rooms are always in the map on each single run, but there are several other rooms that may or may not get shuffled into your particular run. So for example, take this Winland map. You can see that this particular room is not present in my other runs. This then creates more playtime, but it also becomes quite frustrating to figure out if you have visited this room before in another run or not. Before the patch, there were no indicators on how many beats are available in a particular run. So I, and I'm pretty sure others as well, have to basically explore the whole map, all corners and bushes, to try to find one single beat, and sometimes to no avail. Now with this new patch, we can see if there are beats available to be found in a particular area, and you can then go to that specific area. This is a great time save. In this example on screen right now, I know there are a total of 1 beat in the swamp area. So I will go to that swamp area specifically to find that beat. And this would of course apply to other areas as well. So despite knowing that there are beats in that area, the area is still very large. So how do you find 1 or 2 beats in such a large area? There are several tips that I can give you that can make your beat finding a bit easier. 1. Unlock all gadgets and beat the first 4 bosses, except the final boss, before you try to find all of the beats. Unlocking all of the gadgets will allow you to explore places that are otherwise inaccessible if you do not have a certain gadget. Also, beating the first 4 bosses would allow your Wingna to obtain new skills that are essential to uncover beats. Still, in order to find the beats in the Titan's Ridge, you need to beat the first 4 bosses anyways. If you haven't done so, do that first. Beating the game should come first before finding all of the beats. Number 2. Destroy all fruit plants, bushes, and blast all rocks. While you can just knock down all of the fruit plants and whack away all bushes, destroying all of the rocks can be a bit harder. If you have explosive balloon gadget, you can use that. Just make sure you have some monsters nearby to recharge your energy. If you run out of energy, you can always use a mine or scatter bomb widget. While you are destroying all of the rocks, look for these dark dots on the ground. These are places you can use your wingnut to pull out. You can get this ability on your wingnut after you beat Boris, the first boss, so everyone should use this ability to find beats. However, most of these black dots are not beats. Most of them have only Sparklite, while others have widgets in them. A few times in specific rooms, you can also pull out small chests. These usually contain Sparklite and widgets. Still, a large number of beats can be found this way. Still, keep a sharp eye and look for those black dots on the ground. 3. Look for beats in dead-end rooms. After you cannot find any more beats in your usual multi-way rooms, the one place that you have to look for is a dead-end room. These rooms are ephemeral. Sometimes they appear, other times they're just completely gone because of the map configuration. What you need to do is look through these rooms, blast all rocks, sweep all bushes, and check the ground thoroughly for that one single beat. Of course, there is an exception to this rule. The shifting sands area is too open, and thus rarely have dead-end rooms. So that brings me to my next point. 4. Look for beats in rooms with no monsters. While this isn't always true, it is most of the time. This point will definitely save a lot of time for you, because if you find the one beat that is available in this particular run in one room in the shifting sands, then that means there's no more available and you can then move on to the next area. Apart from these 4 points, I also have a few smaller things for you to keep in mind. 1. There can only be one beat per room. If you found one in one room already, there is a 0% chance that there is another one in that room. 2. The availability of beats in rooms stays throughout all of your runs. So if you found a beat in this room in this run, in the next run if you see this room again, there is a 0% chance that there is a beat in this room again. 3. There is a very small chance that the beat will be under the orange oil patches. So don't bother sucking up the oil unless you can't find your beat anywhere else. And there is an exception to this rule. Check for all oil patches in the shifting sands. Because for me, there have been a beat under oil patches in the shifting sands before. 4. There is a 0% chance that the beat will be underground. Underground explorations are only for patches, Sparklite, and widgets. 5. Beats always stay in their specific rooms, so if there's one in the boss entrance room and you missed it on that run, it does not jump to another room in your next run. 6. The more beats you find, the harder it is for you to get the next beat, simply because there are less beats available to be found in the world. While all of these tips and tricks are useful and all, sometimes things just don't go your way. Currently, for me, after the most recent patch that shows the available beats on the map, I have been trying to find all of the beats myself. However, I still have 2 more beats to find, as you see in this picture right now on screen. Now, it's not that I can't find them, it's just that these rooms do not spawn, ever. Since currently I can check the map for the available beats on the map, I am checking the map every single time, and I have not seen these last 2 beats being available to be found at any point for me for the last couple of days. It may be that I haven't refreshed the map enough times, but this is just ridiculous. I have been just going to the ground, check the map, and clicking end run because no beats are available to be found. Doing these 3 steps takes around 30 seconds for me to do, and I've been doing this process for at least 30 minutes. I understand that the developers may want the player to see the difficulty in doing this, but this is not about difficulty anymore. Most players will just quit because this finding process just starts to become a chore for them rather than about having fun. If I want to have a unique item or thing to spawn, I can always do it in MMOs. There are plenty of MMOs with unique gears that need to be grinded out. but Sparklite is a single-player game. Even if these achievements should take a bit more effort to do, but why should I spend my time refreshing the map for hours upon end to find these beats, than to use that time to kill some monsters to get some EXP and possibly get a good gear in an MMO? However, after saying all of that, I'm still going to keep refreshing the map and to try to find all of the beats myself. I genuinely do wish to find all of the beats and to listen to that final song. Just like life, not everything is fun and enjoyable. I do believe with enough dedication and time, I will be able to completely find all of the beats. So, I will try to make an update video if I do ever find all of the beats. So if you want to listen to that final song, please consider subscribing, and thank you for watching and have a good one. Bye for now.